we are sitting here with Ken from the Crystal Method, and we are at Public Works in San Francisco. And let's just get right into it. You guys just released your latest album in January, self-titled. It took around 2 years to make. What kind of shifts did you kind of go through in terms of that 2 years?
Yeah, we went through a lot making this new album. We had it close to done, and then Scott had his issue with having brain surgery, and then getting a meningitis infection, and kind of delayed things a while. But I think it worked out all for the better. He's really healthy now, and we were really happy with the finished album. But whenever we go to make a new album, we're always influenced by a lot of new sounds, but always are trying to stick to our roots and our core sound, so that's always really important to us. And we DJ a lot, and we have a weekly radio show, so we're always hearing new things and playing new things.
And so, going back into your sound, you kind of brought out a lot of old school instruments on this record. What brought you kind of go back to more of the analog sound?
Well, we always use a lot of our old analog synths, and some are digital but old as well. But we use a lot of plugins now as well. But you can't really match a lot of the same sounds, a lot of the same grit, and a lot of the same warmth you can get on old analog synthesizers.
And so, do you have any, what would you say is your favorite piece of equipment besides the computer?
That's hard to say. I would say we use a Memory Moog a lot. We use Jupiter 6 a lot. We used a lot of ARP 2600 on this album. We actually had two going, which was kind of nice, but used that quite a bit. And I don't know, I'd say those.
And so you've had a lot of notable guests on this album. You had Dia Frampton, Leanne Rimes. Did you have anybody that you wanted to collaborate with, but it just didn't work out, maybe for scheduling purposes or anything like that?
There was a couple. We still have our dream list of people we want to work with, like Stevie Wonder, and we want to work with Bill Withers. We put a call into him. We heard he's still around singing and playing, but maybe we'll make those things happen some other time.
And you guys did a Fund Anything project.
Yes.
For this album. Whose idea was that?
Well, we always were planning on doing some sort of direct-to-consumer campaign. We didn't know which platform it would be, and Fund Anything was new, but they were offering us a really good package, and we got to, create everything and kind of work the deal on our own terms, and it worked out really well.
What was your favorite part about scoring the Almost Human series?
Well, we're getting more and more into scoring, and we're really enjoying it. It's nice to have a picture to score to. It's nice to not always be trying to make some work of art out of nothing. It's nice to have some kind of direction and incentive there. And it was one interesting thing was that it was like the deadlines were so crazy. We had to come up with so much music so quickly, and we typically work really slow. So I think doing that series will be good training for our next album, maybe.
Get the album out a little bit quicker.
Hopefully.
Maybe you should come up with the visuals for the stage show before you do the album. And
exactly.
Just score to that.
Yeah, we have to get Morgan on that. Where is he?
So this year marks 20-year anniversary. Did you ever think, when you first started, producing music, that the electronic music scene would gain as much popularity as it does now?
No, not at all. I mean, when we started, it was very underground and very, very small. And right around the time our first album came out, it was kind of starting to become this next big thing, but it never really developed into anything. So we thought it was kind of, in the States anyway, we thought it was kind of destined to be underground forever, and we were happy with that. But all this success and popularity of EDM has been great, I think.
Do you ever long
except for all the crappy songs that sound exactly the same.
Do you ever long for that old school underground warehouse scene?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think like anything, old people who are talking about the good old days. I think like old ravers talk about the good old raves, And I think we think of all the really cool romantic things about it, and we probably are forgetting all the shitty aspects of it, How they were canceled a lot and raided a lot. And
horrible sound systems.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you remember the first time somebody had to explain EDM as a term to you?
No. What do you mean? Like, explain it to me? Like, or what EDM?
EDM as like a term hasn't been around for more than a few years.
Right.
Yeah. Like the first time I read it, I was like, what's EDM?
Well, yeah, but I mean, we've been saying electronic dance music for a long time, actually, but we were never calling it EDM.
Exactly.
And, but as far as like all those names though, I can live with that one because it's so generic, there can be so many genres and so many different worlds within the EDM moniker, so I'm kind of okay with it. It's not so limiting.
Yeah, my favorite is when I hear people say EDM music.
EDM music.
It's like, oh yeah, electric dance music. Yeah. Good job. So, you guys DJ a lot and you have a radio show. What sources do you go to find new artists?
Well, we're on a lot of mailing lists, which is great. We get a lot of promos and a lot of producers and DJs send us stuff. We get a lot of private tracks on, SoundCloud and things like that. But we also use Track It Down and Beatport like everybody else does. So, yeah. So, I mean, a lot of times now, there's simultaneous releases. Like in the old days, it used to be you put out promos first and then it goes for sale later, and now it's almost everything is simultaneous. Like promos go out the same day that things go out for sale.
So give us 3 to 5 of your top new favorite artists that you're really into.
Let's see. I really like Wes Smith. He's like a breakbeat guy out of San Diego that he's like Wes Smith and so Wes Smith and this and Wes, but they're all him. There is no, the people he's with are all still him. He just uses different names. I like him. I like who else? I like Dyro, but he's not so new. He was getting crappy for a while, but now he's harder and better. I like Lucky Date a lot. I like Hard Rock Sofas a lot. But as I'm saying this, you know, I like a lot of these guys. I'll like a couple of tracks by them, and then the next thing I know, their next track all sound like Martin Garrix's Animals. You know, like. So I don't know. I don't have a lot. The bigger people come, the more they all sound like everybody else. So what can you do?
Who would you say is is the most overrated artist?
Well, I'm not gonna say that.
All right, fair enough. So what's new after this? What's going on after this tour?
After this tour, we're gonna. We've got a couple of. We've got a big project we're gonna be doing. It's not film or television. It could be in the game world, but I can't talk about it now. And then we're also gonna just start working on our next release.
Fantastic. Well, definitely looking forward to whatever you guys come up with next. And thanks for taking time to sit with us.
Thanks, Derek.